only 10 days left. Trust me. Brand new season, NBA. Can't wait. The excitement. B-ball breaks. You already know. Uncle Ace, alongside our resident NBA expert. So we're just gonna chop up about the new season, give you a little bit of a preview and our views and takes on what's about to go down, really. You know what I'm saying?
And also some takes on takes that you've been hearing, because sometimes the media, they have certain things to say that are correct and sometimes kind of weird, because it's like, bearing in mind a lot of these people are professionals, sometimes they don't seem to factor in certain things that you would think they would factor in, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, you know, there's going to be a lot more, but by no means are we new to the zone, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
not at all.
Me personally, I literally wake up and check ESPN and check NBA.com, check scores, and for me, preseason, I follow the preseason like it's the playoffs. Like, I'm just interested and into this NBA thing on a different level, so it is what it is.
That's why this is the guy. Trust me, I do my thing, most certainly. I follow the league, you know what I'm saying? Both of us, we've been in this thing since 90s, so it's nothing new. And I do, you know what I mean? I do all my summer league and all that as well. But this guy right here, yeah. So we're just gonna chop it up and do what we do.
Yeah, just get into it. I mean, to begin with, the biggest news of the summer, obviously,
unavoidable.
KD leaving OKC to go to the Warriors. There's been a lot of talk surrounding that. Some good, some negative, but mainly negative, and from my opinion, justifiably so. Now, some people are like, leave him, it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, certain people in the media that are notable have had a lot to say about it, one way or the other. But from my take, I do tend to side with the side that says, okay, it wasn't necessarily the strongest move or the best move. And my personal reasons, some of which you've heard of, some of which an angle you may not have heard broken down, is, all right, KD left OKC to go to the Warriors. Cool. Now, the thing about it is, as you've heard, the whole thing about he's left a team that was contending to jump on a bandwagon, I actually agree with that side. But one thing that people haven't really necessarily highlighted is the fact that management made the right steps to ensure that not only were OKC a contender in the immediate, but they were also looking to be contending for years to come. Now, obviously, KD, Russell, Ibaka. Within the recent years, KD's had his injury one year, Russ had his injury another year. Now, Ibaka's stats looked like even more magnificent during those times. Not to front on Serge, because I like Serge. Serge is ill. But obviously, without KD and without Russ those 2 years, he was getting more looks, he was hitting more shots, he was being more involved. So his stats were kind of inflated. Not to say that he isn't ill, that's not what I'm saying. However, last season, with KD and Russ at full strength, we kind of saw that his numbers kind of came down.
So that's more or less like, that's the real.
Right.
So it's not really a decline.
It's not a decline.
That's what it actually is.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I say that to say, making the move, what's my man's name again? I forget the name now. The GM of OKC. Presti.
Sam Presti.
Sam Presti. Yeah. Making the move to trade Ibaka, to bring in Victor Oladipo, right? Who's like Russ 2.0, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And to bring in Domantas Sabonis, and to bring in Ilyasova, what you do is, in a way, you have actually made the team better. You see what I'm saying? So you would have still had Russ, KD, and those three pieces coming in to a team that, with the old format, had Golden State on the ropes. Yeah. So for me, it's like, KD, you could have stayed in OKC, you could have had a stronger legacy, you could have got your money anyway, right? And you could have not only contended next year, but actually with Vio, young guy, second season, second season, with Sabonis, young guy, with Ilyasova, they could have been still knocking on the door and contending and potentially do over Golden State within the next few years to come.
And I like the way that Sabonis looks.
Listen, Sabonis is looking very ill. Vio is looking and how could I forget? How could I forget? Billy Donovan is actually one of my favourite coaches in the NBA. Even though it was his rookie season last year, he is looking ill. Like his style of play, the things he would, the way he does, you know what I mean, just like fit into OKC, the respect he has of the players, the way he got them playing after just 1 year was looking more than promising. Like I really like what I see. There's very few coaches, like a lot of teams, like they look ill because of the players, but there's a few coaches that, as we always talk about Tibbs, the way the team is run, it's almost like he is an unseen player.
Yeah, and they're Billy an extension of the coach.
And Billy Donovan very much has that. Billy Donovan is a guy who, you know, imagine another season, even more familiar with the system, with the organisation, with the team, with the players and whatnot. I could imagine if KD had stayed, that would have definitely have been great things. You know what I mean? And so that's why there's, with regards to some of those other reasons, I feel that, you know what I mean, I do side with the side of it that says, you know what, he should have stayed, and also for me personally, and I'm not the only one that feels this, but my take is as well, if he don't win with Golden State, it's going to be bad. If they do win, it's going to be the most meaningless championship in the history of championships. Like point blank. Now some people say, oh yeah, but in time that will fade and everyone will forget that, and because people will just remember that he won a championship. I disagree with that. Reason being, if this was the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, that would stand because there's no footage.
Correct.
But nowadays we're in an era where you can go on YouTube now and see all the interviews and see all the clips see all the chat and the things of the, you know, the different opinions of the time and whatnot. That's
much harder to be revisionist.
That's
in your
what
history.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
so this whole thing about in years to come, people are just gonna say, "Oh, he won a championship." I don't think so. I think people will remember. You know what? You jumped ship and you tried to jump on a bandwagon with Golden State.
Abandoned ship, rampage.
You know what I mean? And like, for the let's just quickly address this.
Yeah.
For the people that try to say, oh well, LeBron did it rare.
Let's not do that.
LeBron went and built a situation with Bosh, with Wade, and they didn't get it done the first year. They were struggling, there were issues and blah, blah, blah. And even if they did, it was a situation where they went somewhere to try and make it happen. Fair enough, Wade had already won a championship with Shaq and whatnot, but it's still completely different, to joining a two-time MVP, arguably the greatest shooter we've ever seen, quite possibly the best backcourt in the league to date, and with Draymond Green, who is what? A top 2 power forward, one of the best all-round players like currently in the league. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm sorry, I do, for these reasons and other reasons, I do side with the fact that move there, I can't really rate that move. Like, I'm sorry, and I don't think. See, a lot of people like to, they do this a lot. A lot of people like to kind of say, oh, you know, it's just a new school thing and you just got old school mentality. I don't think it's anything to do with whatever time or era or whatever. I just think certain things are a matter of integrity. And I just think certain things,
and just the nature of your character, you know, and just how you approach life and the game, and you know, it's just how you think. You know, because I'll put it in the description box. I actually wrote a piece called Asterix and Obelix, which is on the website for Basketball Breaks, that breaks down the entire KD saga in that. From my perspective,
that's a good piece. Check that out.
I understand why he did it fully, and I broke it down. I understand fully why he did it, the reasons and everything, his justification. That, and again, what I don't like is that people try to confuse the issues and blur the lines of whether he has a right to do it with whether you personally agree or rate that particular movement that he made, right? That's two different issues. Nobody's never said he ain't got the right to. Of course he's got the right to do it. Really? You know what I'm saying? But I have to say, when it's all said and done, I can't really rate that move. I
rate that move.
I can't look at, in the basketball sense, I can't look at KD in a particular light.
Yeah, great shooter, great scorer. I can't take away from his abilities, but
and I still rate him as a player.
Of course.
One of the best players. He's been one of my favourite players in this era and will remain to be that.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know what I'm saying?
That's just the real.
So, you know,
that's just the real.
It is what it is. So with all that being said, going into the season now, let's kind of break down the Thunder a bit and break down Golden State and what we think will happen based off of where they're at.
Well, I mean, with regards to the Thunder, I mean, everybody knows that Russell Westbrook is possibly the most ferocious player the league has ever seen.
Yeah.
And he definitely is.
Real life Space Jam.
And he definitely is, like, you could say, kind of in a certain way, the last of a dying breed in terms of that ultra competitive ferocity. Do you know what I mean? Like the likes of a Kobe, you know, even Kobe himself said that he sees some of him in Russ, and there isn't really much players like that.
Kobe,
now,
AI,
do you know what I mean?
What
now, you add to the Thunder Victor Oladipo, who is nowhere near Russell Westbrook, but has that same ferocious killer instinct.
And he
under the
defense.
Yes. And under the tutelage of that system with Billy Donovan and with Russ, I reckon that the Thunder can shock people.
They're going to be alright.
I mean, at the end of the day, KD's KD. You know, the moves that they made are not going to replace KD.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I think, but I think the moves that they made with, don't forget, I forgot to say it earlier as well, Steven Adams took the next step last year.
He did.
He took a big step last year.
Yeah.
So with that, and with Ilyasova, and they've got in this Kanter as well, and with Vio and with Russ, and another thing is as well, people started to get it towards the end of the year, but again, people are late with certain things. This whole thing about Russ being a ball hog and whatnot, look at the man's assist stats. Like, look at his assist stats. Like, he has the ball a lot because of his position, but he definitely does distribute the ball a lot. Like, he's up there in assists. You see what I'm saying? So, I think the Thunder can, and probably, let me say, I think they will be a force to be reckoned with in the league. In terms of estimating or guessing a seed, I'm not sure if I can go that far, but I just don't think that it's going to be a case of KD's left, it's all gone to pot. They're rebuilding through the whole thing. I don't think so. I think they're actually going to be coming through like quite serious. Now, obviously, they are in the West, which is more competitive, and you do have teams like the Spurs, like Golden State, obviously, like the Blazers, like the Clippers, which should be, you know what I mean, up there where they should be, where everyone thought they would have been. Obviously, BG had his injury plus his issues and whatnot. Where he topped the brother in his face in Toronto. But, I expect the Thunder to really be something. Do you know what I mean? Like, just watch this space for the Thunder. Don't rule them out. And with regards to Golden State, I expect it to be like Team USA versus the rest of the world. Now, having said that, I think there are teams that will definitely challenge them and definitely give them a run for their money. I don't think they're going to be doing those 70-odd games again. I think that was an anomaly. And I also think, having said all of this, there will be an adjustment period. I think with KD, Steph, Draymond, and Clay, plus other guys in the team, I think there's going to be an adjustment period where they're going to have to learn how to play together. Obviously, there's going to be people are going to lose shots. There's going to be a distribution.
And I think particularly as you get into the season when it's increasingly starts to matter more, and when you get close to playoffs, because obviously they're going to be the playoffs. When you get to that time now, and people start to really employ certain tactics, strategy, and when certain teams who do have a good inside presence, when they meet certain difficulties, that's when you're going to see that, I think, Because, okay, it is pre-season, but in the pre-season, it has been a bit like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are seeing glimpses of that Team USA thing already.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
rare. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of deep.
Yeah.
But I think it's not going to be nothing but smooth sailing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that.
No, you're right. I mean, and to tag on to that, I mean, just to quickly say as well, you know, within their acquisitions, obviously they lost Bogut. They signed David West, who's an enforcer.
Yeah.
So that's a big piece in terms of just that oomph and somebody who's just a lump who can, you know what I mean, almost like a Kendrick Perkins type.
Yeah.
But he's got
Who
more
won't
game
have
than
it.
Perk.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is, not even one of the reason why OKC had them on the ropes 3-1 was because where everybody throughout the whole season was trying to emulate the Golden State Warriors by playing small ball along with them, and this is why I rate Billy Donovan. He clocked, don't try to do what they do. Work to your strengths.
That's right.
And what he done was he played big against their small. And at the end of the day, that's why they were down 3-1, because he put big man out there and he was literally beating them up. So you can play your pretty small ball, running around, everybody shooting threes all you want. But at the end of the day, when you've got big guys out there playing you hard, roughing you up, giving you a pounding,
Trust me.
it actually made a difference. And I think if you look at certain coaches like Tibbs, like Pop, like Spo, like Brad Stevens, Stotts, I would be very surprised. Like, I can't be here with my knowledge and see certain things that them man haven't seen. If I was a coach in the NBA, after seeing what OKC did to Golden State last year, I'd be rubbing my hands. I'd be thinking, I know how we can dethrone, I know how we can do this. Do you know what I mean? So, and we know it's a copycat league, we know it's an adaptable, malleable league, it's very fluid. So I expect coaches to be making certain changes that, you know, will make it a lot more difficult for Golden State in this forthcoming year. Do you know what I mean? I can't see everyone being like, oh, we all need to play small ball as well in order to beat them. No, you don't follow them.
No, you
You work to your strengths.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
'Cause essentially,
how you beat
that's
them.
what they are and have been doing. That's what
They work to their strengths.
Yeah.
This whole Draymond Green at the 5, blah, blah,
Yeah, it's
blah.
'cause that's what they have. That's why
Exactly.
they did that. So obviously, you got to give props to them for working out a system that incorporates what they have. Draymond Green, his skill set, his size, the shooters they have. You know, you got to give them kudos for that. Props. But that's what they did. And any good coach, team, organization, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You play with what you have. So,
exactly.
you know, no point trying to copy them. That's foolishness.
Do what they do, man. So, you know.
But yeah, that being said, you know, you can't never actually predict. But at the same time, I see them in the fight.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, to be honest, I basically see a 2. I see them in the final, and I see a rematch of last year. I see Cavs Golden State in the final again. I see a rematch, and you know what I mean. Let's see what happens. You know.
Straight.